Welcome back, my lovely friends, to Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Today's practice is geared for lower back pain. This practice is going to be best done in repetition. It's not going to be a one and a done kind of thing. So add this video to your playlist so you can come back to it again and grab any props that you're going to need. And know that there's so much healing power in yoga and in movement. And when we can actually combine our breath with our movement, we can allow our body to heal at deeper levels. That's why I love yoga so much. It's such an incredible practice. Grab a blanket and a block, unroll the mat, unpeel the edges, and together let us do this. Namaste, my lovely friends. Welcome back. Grab yourself a blanket, and I wanted to add a pillow. If you have a pillow, pause this real quick and grab that. So we're going to gently unfold our blanket, and we're going to lay it out nicely for ourselves by removing any wrinkles, because often we are always watching out for everyone else, and we forget about ourselves. So unroll those wrinkles, roll them out, and then slow and steady, my friends, however works for you. Make your way onto your back, right? And depending where you are in your back pain, right, it's going to be different for us all. So landing the soles of the feet down on the earth and just gently bringing the knees together here in this moment. And let's just take a moment to either draw the arms out long, you can bring them on the belly, or bring a little cactus here, and just take a big fluid breath in as we rock the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, press the pelvis down and away. We're just going to take this slow and steady as we rock that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then exhale that pelvis down to the earth. It's just a slow, isolated movement, right? It's almost like we're pressing that lower back down on the earth, right? Wherever you are in your back, it's okay. Press it away. You could also bring the hands to the belly if your pain is like quite intense. And I also want to just add that I'm here just as a guide. I'm not the know-it-all yoga teacher. So if there's ever anything during this practice or any class that I teach you, you do you and find what feels good for you in your body. So we're just exhaling, right? We're almost like creating this little mini bridge underneath of that low spine. And then we're pressing the sit bones up, up, up towards the ceiling here. And if that is not feeling good for you, you can also just create a space or just a flat back here. So bringing those sit bones up, tilting that pelvis up towards the ceiling with the inhale. Exhale, press that out. And today we're going to bring our practice, our breath with us into our practice as we breathe that breath in and press it out. Because often when we have injuries, we hold our breath, right? And holding our breath is only going to increase the pain. So if we can be kind to ourselves and bring our breath with us, we can soften our pain a little bit. Tilting that pelvis up, pressing it down. If it feels good, you can bring those hands flat down on the earth. Inhale it up. So from here, my beautiful friends, if you have that pillow, I would grab it. We could do like a little monkey move and bring that down here. I have a bolster, so whatever works best for you and situating in your body. And we're going to bring that pillow or bolster, or if you have blocks underneath of the feet, and slowly we're just going to, this is like our little helper, we're just slowly going to hug one knee up to the chest and the other knee, and you can roll out your ankles a little bit. You can crisscross applesauce your ankles together, and we're just going to hug our bodies in and just keeping this soft and just creating this nice massage of the lower back on the earth, right? So I encourage you to feel, where is it feeling painful? Where is it feeling tight? Where are you holding tension in your back, right? It could be one of those like shooting pains that like radiates down into the hips, through the legs, or maybe it's radiating up into the back, into the heart, wherever it is. Just bringing that breath with you, and then welcoming that massage with that lower back on the earth here. So bringing that breath in and exhaling it out. So you can slice side to side with more of that horizontal movement, or you can go vertical, or if it feels good, you can take slow, gentle spirals. Bringing that breath in and exhaling it out. Good work, my lovelies. Slow and steady, spiraling around, bringing that breath in and exhaling where it's feeling tight, or maybe just taking a little moment to find a space where you can maybe rub out a little bit. If it's like stay on the left a little bit and you can rock and hug those knees together a little bit more here, or exhale to this side. Whatever is feeling good for you. Be intuitive. Find your body. Find what feels good for you, my lovely friend here. Exhaling that breath out. Like just taking it slow, because back pain is something that can be like such a hindrance. And if we take time to just stretch and move into it, we can allow like this creation of like healing, right? Where your attention goes, energy flows. So with this pillow below us, you're gonna gently exhale one foot, and then you're gonna inhale the other. And you're just gonna slowly start spiraling that leg open, kind of more towards the armpit area, if that feels good for you. Option one is to keep this knee bent and supported if that is working for you, or option to exhale and find support, and you can push that down on the leg on the earth. So just kind of, again, finding what feels good for you. And we're just gonna gently side to side sway with inhale in and exhale out. So you can take these slow isolated circles using that hand on the same side. You can also use the opposite hand more on the shin to help be a guide here. And just creating small spirals here. Bringing that breath in and letting it go. And really just feeling into, right, that spine pressed on the earth. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction, kind of pressing that low back down, right? Because our back is connected to all of the parts of our body, like our glutes, our butt muscles, our hamstrings, the muscle on the back side of the leg here. So we're going to slowly and mindfully hug that knee a little bit, and then we're going to gently just kind of cross the midsection. So if you have very severe back pain, you might want to stop here. So the flat of the foot is going to reach for the top of the thigh here. And then you can use the opposite hand kind of like a guide. So we're just gently, kind of like a laying twist. If you're here, if that feels good, you're like, oh, okay, ouch. I know sometimes it's like, oh, that's a good one. Or if it's feeling like, okay, I can go a little bit more, just kind of find your body. And you can press with the opposite hand, bringing it down to the earth. Again, that might be too much, so maybe it's just staying here. For me, it's like, yeah, you can stay right here when you're having that intense back pain. You can also move it a little bit and exhale. Bring that breath into like those tight spots, right? So allow this like lower back stretch that's going to radiate down into the glutes, the booty muscles here, my friends. Bringing that breath in. And then we have this muscle called the iliopsoas that runs like down the front of our hips right here. And it's kind of interconnected in the body, so it can kind of wrap around to that low back. So this is more of that internal rotation of that muscle. So we're going to gently exhale this foot on the top, roll out the ankle, and bring this top foot, bent foot down to the pillow. And slowly and mindfully slide the heel towards your sit bones, and then climb that foot up. And then we're going to take the opposite foot. For me, it's left. And we're going to hug it in with the left hand. And also bringing that right hand in here. Awesome work, my lovely friends. And so option one is to keep the right foot, the opposite foot bent, if that's where you're feeling it in your spine. Or option, you can exhale, press the heel forward, moving the foot away like you're pushing an invisible wall or maybe an invisible ball away from you. And we're going to take these slow circle spirals. And you're going to bring that breath in and then exhale it out. Bringing your breath in and then exhaling it out. And just finding your body and noting what is feeling good and what's feeling like, that's a little bit too much, right? It's like, especially when we're having like back injuries or back pain, you have to be really sensitive to what's going on, right? And like listen to the cues of your body. It's huge here. So you can use the helper hand on top, and we're going to spiral in one direction if you have it. And take it slow if it's like, okay, that's a little bit much. You can just pause and be a little bit more static and still here. Just find your body here. And then if you haven't already, we're going to exhale, go in the opposite direction here. Good job, friends. Bringing that breath along as you find the spirals here. And exhale it out. Take one last rotation. Bring that breath with you. And then exhale gently. We're going to bring that top foot and we're going to just place the sole on the top of the thigh of the opposite leg. So hand from the opposite side of the leg laying long, or the foot pressed into the earth, is going to stretch over. For me, it's right, and the left is going to be here. So we're going to give ourselves this little stretch here, crossing that midsection of laying stretch in the lower back here, bringing that breath in and exhaling. And then just finding what feels good. If you're like, okay, I can go a little bit more, go a little bit more. But if staying here is where you need to be, stay here, listen to your body. So bring that breath in and let it go. And you can also like use this hand down here on your glute. Like I can really feel that stretch here. That's kind of like radiating into that low back, and right, giving yourself this self-adjustment by pressing a little bit the hand on the opposite side across the top. Bring a lengthened breath in. Good work, let it go. One more of those, my friends. We have got this. We can do hard things. Doing hard things is actually doing them, right? Bringing that breath in and letting it go. Beautiful work. Slowly uncrossing that midsection, bringing that foot down here, and then the opposite foot, we're going to press here. So I know that back injuries could be different for us all, so however feels good for you. I know that sometimes laying on a side can be too much, so however you can get yourself up. I'm going to kind of go with a kickstand. So I'm going to exhale the legs long. You can follow me or find your way up. Then we're just going to kind of kickstand up on one elbow, and then the opposite elbow, and then kind of walk yourself up to a seated position, my lovely friends. So then joining me here in just this little crisscross applesauce here. And if that's not in your practice, your legs can lay long, or you can go in a butterfly, or you need to find what feels good for you in your low back. So I'm gonna bring this pillow along. I'm gonna put it on the feet. So if you have a block, you can also bring the blocks here. So, right, sometimes low back pain can prohibit us from even lifting our arms up. So wherever you are, if your arms are here, or if you can lift up wherever you are in your body, then we're just gonna exhale and we're gonna hinge forward here. And just take a moment to breathe into that back. And then exhale it out. And then we're just gonna slowly inhale, raise the shoulders, bring the elbows towards the ribs. Find that little stretch. So we're finding a little gentle back bend as we're sitting up. And just take it slow. And then we're gonna exhale, hunch forward, bring the chin in towards the navel. And then exhale, rise up, almost like these seated cow and cats. And just take a few of these. Exhale, slow and steady at your own pace. Maybe exhale from here. Let's bring those hands to that low back. Or if you want to, you can keep rocking with that if that feels good. Or if you maybe, let's just give ourselves a little gentle rub. And maybe just a little sway side to side here. We can also use this bolster or pillow as a little support for the feet here. You can press those feet away, or the back of the legs. Just giving yourself a little lower back rub. And you can use all 4 of the fingers and just rubbing here. You can also press the palms in. You can make fists, and you can rub little circles kind of down towards the glutey booty and up. And just give yourself a little love, and maybe if it's just closing your eyes and just breathing in, maybe giving yourself a little smile, hopefully not a cringe. It might be a little cringy face, because sometimes that pain is like, oh, hoo, 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 right? And I know that life is busy and we don't always take time to treat ourselves and give ourselves massages or go get a massage. So we have to be the ones like to take care of ourselves, right? And you can also use the knuckle on the thumb to just press and give yourself a little massage. Oh, it feels so good. Love yourself, massage yourself, my lovely friends here. Slow and steady. And remembering, coming back to this practice time and again is going to help with that back pain. So it's not just a one and done. You got to do things in repetition and knowing that there's so much healing energy and power surrounding yoga and stretching. Awesome work. So we're going to slowly take that bolster away, my friends. And then just slowly, however it works for you, you have to find your body. So I'm going to swing my legs to the side, but that might not be in your lower back. So however you need, you're going to find yourself in a tabletop position. So from here, we're going to press away from the earth, and then we're going to inhale, arch the spine, just take a few cow and cats. Ooh, feel into that spine. How is it feeling for you? Slowly and mindfully, press the earth away, exhale it down. Right, breathing into those tight, crunchy, ouchy spots. Being with whatever pain that you're feeling and exhaling it out. Almost like you can imagine like pushing it away. Does it feel better for your feet to be up, high, or relaxed down? So breathe that breath in. Exhale it out. Very, very good work, my lovely friends. So breathe that breath in. And then exhale it out. Wonderful work, my friends. And maybe just taking a moment to create some spirals in your hips or circles and just really bringing that awareness to that low back. Exhale in the opposite direction, almost like you're just sinking back. And if you have any restrictions on your wrist, I meant to say this earlier, but you can come off, bring the pressure off here, and you can put the forearms down on the earth here. Slow and steady. Maybe little infinities or figure eights here. Awesome, beautiful work, my friends. And to finish this lovely practice, we're going to finish in a child's pose. So if this is something that is not in your practice today, you can also just meet in a shavasana, which is just laying with your back flat on the earth. So option is, I would definitely keep this lovely blanket here and I would grab a pillow for support. Big toes are going to touch big toes. And then for me, I like to open my thighs up wide, my legs up wide, and then sink the sit bones back. You might have restrictions in your hips that will prohibit you from sinking your sit bones back. So you can grab that prop and you can put a bolster or a pillow back here to help support you in that low back area. And then we're going to exhale, hinge the heart down towards the earth here. So child's pose traditionally is arms tracking back. So arms can track back, or you can try this tracking the arms on the inside of the thighs. And just taking a moment to pause here. Another variation also, my lovelies, is that you can grab this bolster or pillow, and then you can just rest this down on the earth here. And we're just going to take a moment to pause and just breathe into the back of the heart, acknowledging that you're having pain and knowing that to heal pain, my lovely friends, that we must feel pain. So it's not just like oh, I'm going to practice yoga and then my pain's going to be gone. We have to feel it, embrace it, send it healing thoughts, healing energy, take attention, things like this. Maybe take a bath. Maybe find yourself a nice heating pack, like a rice bag or a corn bag, and put it on there. Breathing this breath in and exhaling it out. Beautiful work. And let's breathe in a breath of gratitude for our body and all that it has done for us. And exhaling it out. Pausing here. Acknowledging all the love around you, breathing love into the body, and letting it go. Beautiful work, my friends. And just slowly, if you can, maybe you can bring those palms, kissing palms ahead of you, and bringing your hands into a Anjali Mudra, and just taking a moment to honor and acknowledge all of the love and light within yourself. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm so grateful for you, and knowing that this is a practice, it's not a perfect, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, and please share. I love you. So much love.